Welcome to Hard Cam Wrestling Podcast, where falls count anywhere. There are no disqualifications and a 2-hour time limit. Introducing the participants. The opinionated one, Ryan Sangster. The 18-year-old piece of gold, Joseph Parr. The real deal, the anti-Miz, Ryan Palmer. And the real franchise, James Richards.
Welcome to the Hard Cam Wrestling Podcast Sunday night edition, which is the usual list edition with me, Ryan Palmer, with Joseph Parr. Say hello, Joseph.
Hello, Joseph.
Ryan Sangster. Say hello, Ryan.
Hello.
Aww. And James Richards. James Richards. Yes, James Richards. Say hello, James. Fucking hell.
I just got forgotten right there.
I forgot my own fucking name. And we have a special guest with us tonight. Shut up. It's Mike Angus, ring announcer, extraordinaire. Say hello, Mike.
Hello, guys. How's everyone getting on?
We're good.
I was good before I got forgotten.
Sorry, James. That's the Alzheimer's kicking in again.
He is pushing 50.
I am like, fucking hell. Absolutely shocking. So we are doing our top 5 predictions for 2021 in the world of wrestling, peppered in with the listeners' suggestions off of Facebook as well. So it could be anything that's realistic or outlandish or it's likely to happen for any promotion, any wrestler in any part of the world. So I'm going to shoot with mine first of all. My first one is Stone Cold Steve Austin will enter this year's Royal Rumble.
Whoa!
He's just announced that he's hung up his boots, but I don't know. You know, it might be a swerve.
Coming out the show hot.
Fucking no.
There's no way they do that with no fans, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There's a point. Yeah.
Just imagine the glass shatters and then nothing.
Just a random guy on the Thunderdome flicking off him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was there when there was literally no fans there, so there's
and
a
how
precedent
awkward was
for
that?
it. It was very awkward, but they've got like the recorded sounds now, the artificial crowd
Those
noise.
countdown.
and the pre-recorded.
Yeah.
I do worry about the Royal Rumble without any crowd. You know, guys, it's going to be the toughest show of the year for them to sort of, cover for the no crowd being there, especially when that klaxon goes and it's just no reaction. It's going to be really tough, and even worse if they play some sort of piped reaction, cheering for somebody who you're sitting there and booing for.
So we're gonna find out who WWE thinks is over.
Yeah.
Because if Baron Corbin comes out and gets cheered, you obviously know we're thinking wrong.
Yeah.
They're bound to get it wrong.
Yeah, we're going to see WWE think of the real baby faces.
This
would have been their dream for Roman Reigns a couple of years ago, though, wouldn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. Would it be?
They could have had just pure cheers.
Yeah.
So if you think Stone Cold is going to enter the Royal Rumble, who would you suggest should throw him out? Because he's not going to win it.
Goldberg.
God.
If I had to pick someone, I'll pick Baron Corbin just to be able to.
Oh my God.
The heat magnet. Yes. What a heat magnet.
It's so easy to give Baron Corbin heat. Just make him chuck someone out you'd really like in the Rumble. You did it to Matt Riddle last year.
Or make people eat dog food or something. Wasn't that an angle at one point on SmackDown?
It was absolutely shocking angle there.
Yeah.
Give that angle a miss for sure.
In terms of likeliness out of 5, I'm gonna go with a 1 there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with -4.
-4.
I'll go with minus 316.
Hey.
I'm here all week.
And that's it, lads. The pod is complete.
Done. We're out of time, folks.
And that's the bottom line.
What? Second one is the WWE Network is sold at Disney Plus or sold at Disney. Who the fuck's Disney Plus? Yeah,
You know
sold at
what?
Disney.
I don't think it's that outlandish.
I actually had as one of my points that Vince might transfer a bit of power this year, so that sort of ties in with that a little bit. If they sold the network to Disney Plus and some of the rights to the shows or something, not necessarily Disney, but I could see definitely some power transfer happening this year. So yeah, I think that's quite a good little prediction there.
But hasn't there been a lot of news recently about how he wants to get more adult based?
Yeah. I can see it being sold to like Saudi Prince or something.
Oh God's
sake!
You know what? Disney.
And they wanted to put pay-per-views back on the as pay-per-view. So I think wasn't WrestleMania on Fight Network last year?
It was going to be.
No one will have the network if they do that.
Well,
that's the only reason people have the network.
Yeah. Because it's like £10 a month and you get each pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And people were still paying for pay-per-view, though. People will still pay for pay-per-view, ridiculously enough. So
I myself will go on the record and say I wouldn't just use websites.
Yeah, I know. I would. I wouldn't. I mean, I'd just use fucking dodgy websites. I wouldn't pay for it.
No, I wouldn't pay for it. If they took it off network, I wouldn't even pay for network anymore, to be fair.
Hashtag cancel WWE Network again.
I think if Disney do it, I think WWE put all their documentaries on Disney Plus.
Yeah, sure.
We don't want Disney taking over and then you'd have fucking Mickey Mouse versus Baron Corbin one week for some reason.
I can't wait for the Goofy versus Pluto match at Mania.
Donald Duck over.
Donald Duck's number 30 in the Rumble.
No.
He just comes in and eliminates Stone Cold.
They've Scrooge McDuck as the fucking GM instead of Vince. Bloody hell.
The ideas from this have gone more outlandish than Zicky Dice here, guys. Come on, get back on track.
Zicky Dice. Somewhere.
Fuck yeah. A mention for Zicky Dice. Nice.
I'll give that 2.5.
I'll give it a 2 because I think they could sell it, but I'm not sure if it to Disney.
Anyone else?
I'd say 3, sorry, because I thought it was a good idea, but not necessarily Disney, but definitely some sort of power shift from Vince towards someone else this year, maybe.
Maybe like Fox or ESPN.
Yeah, more Fox.
Yeah, if we're talking just Disney, then I'd say 1.
Number 3, AEW puts on a UK show when fucking we're all allowed to travel and vaccinated and stuff.
Yeah, there was supposed to be one last year.
Yeah.
I think it was Fighter Fest.
It was supposed to be Fighter Fest that was supposed to be on last year.
Yeah, I think that'll happen, guys. If everything with COVID calms down a bit and there's they're allowed transportation and everything, I think it will happen. Cody Rhodes has gone on today, hasn't he, and said that it will happen at some point. So
yeah, Inside the Ropes covered it, didn't he? And he said he's going to do a tour of the UK with AEW.
That's it, yeah. So I think, that's
they've
a good
already
shout.
got. Sorry to interrupt you. Then might carry on.
No problem. No, I'm done.
They've already got a stadium to run in. The Khans own
Fulham.
Fulham.
Yeah,
So they can run that stadium basically for free. The same
way
they're doing.
It's getting redone at the moment.
It could be.
Yeah,
or the major wrestling show.
Stuff in it.
Not at Wembley. At Craven Cottage.
Craven Cottage. God. My sister lives down the road from there, so if they do put on a show down there, I'm there. Fucking hell.
I live like an hour outside of London, so I'd be happy.
Yeah, I think a full-on tour though.
Yeah,
I think 5 in likeliness of wanting to, but it's all down to COVID, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. If it doesn't happen this year, it'll definitely be next.
Yeah.
Oh, they will absolutely run a show in the future in the UK without a doubt.
Yeah.
Be good for that ITV sponsor, I guess.
Any other ratings?
5. I think
Yeah,
it'll
5.
happen.
Yeah, it will happen.
Might not be this year, but it'll happen.
Yeah.
Next one is again an AEW one. AEW beats Raw in all demographics.
I've got this one.
Raw
beat AEW beat Raw in the ratings.
I haven't put an actual period.
I'm going to put one to elaborate on it.
Say again.
Oh, I absolutely want that to happen, so I'm just going to say 5 straight off the bat.
I'll put 4. Cause it can happen if Raw keeps going down, AEW keeps going up. It will happen.
It doesn't look like Raw's going up anytime in the future.
Yeah.
Raw did good numbers for the Legends show, didn't it? That's what SP3 from the True Heel Heat podcast was saying the other day, that was the best numbers of the year. But I haven't really studied the figures enough, guys. What's the difference between them at the moment?
So Raw is roughly between 1.5 and 1.75 million views a week.
AEW range from anywhere from 500,000 to 1 million, really, doesn't it?
So maybe
SmackDown had one really good show in Christmas Day, but normally 2 million.
It's an interesting one. I could feasibly see it happening.
I can't see it being a continuous thing, but I definitely see it could happen at one point.
It's not a case of AEW getting better though. It's more of a case of Raw getting worse, in my opinion.
Yeah. But I say if they booked something that you wouldn't expect, like I don't know, like Cody versus Sting on a normal Dynamite, then I think that's gonna pull massive fucking numbers. You know what I mean? So I think if it was something like that, I think that'd definitely beat Raw that week.
I think I said on Hardcam Group the other day. I think literally most wrestling are doing really good things at the moment. Literally apart from Raw. Like SmackDown has its own great things. NXT, even Impact does.
Even Impact.
Cole's gonna kill you.
Even Ring of Honor's got some decent stuff.
Yeah, they've brought that back. The pure wrestling. So all wrestling shows, but Raw are all doing their own great stuff at the moment.
Yeah, everyone's got their own unique thing.
And then Raw's got Drew versus Goldberg.
Yeah, but a lot of people will tune into Raw because they've tuned into it for 20 years.
Yeah.
You would tune into it because it is Raw, and that's a thing, isn't it? You know what I mean?
That's it. We review on Thursdays on Wrestling Travel, and we watch every one of them every week. So I think ratings wise, I haven't seen the ratings that much, but I think there's a possibility of that. But I think it might take just a little bit more time. I'm not sure if it'll like maybe one big match, like as you said, Sting versus Cody or Sting versus Chris Jericho, could tip the balance there. But I think Raw is just it's the powerhouse at the moment, isn't it? So I think it'll be tough for them to beat, but we'll have to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As a likelihood of happening maybe once, twice throughout the year, I'd say probably a 3 for like a continuous thing. I don't think that'll happen.
I don't think that. I'm not sure that'll ever happen.
Yeah, I can see it happening once. So I'll give it 3.5.
So,
solid.
My last one is slightly out there, slightly wacky. As I say, it's multi-layered as well.
Go on then.
Deep breath. Kenny Omega ends up collecting 5 singles titles from obviously 5 different promotions, despite having the One-Winged Angel kicked out of in one of the matches.
By who?
Whoa! Stop there, Ryan.
Yeah.
And hold on. I've got to get to the end of this. And one of the matches is going to be so fantastic, so grandiose, so absolutely perfect that Meltzer will rate it 10 stars out of 5.
Okay. First of all,
how was the Meltzer 10 stars the most realistic part of that prediction?
10 stars ruined it for me, guys.
First of all, who kicked out the One-Winged Angel?
Yeah.
And why did Kenny lose?
DLs.
Who and where?
Who? I don't know. Anyone. Don't know. Fuck it. It'll happen.
Yuji Nagata.
Hangman Page.
Yeah,
Page
should
will
be
kick out
probably
for
going to
Sure,
be
Hangman
Page.
Page is kicking out the one-winged angel.
It's going to be Page or maybe Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, I was going to say the only other person that's going to do it is Kota Ibushi.
Kota Ibushi's the only one that has kicked out of the one-winged angel.
In DDT apparently.
Yeah,
but
we're not allowed to know that
That's not in canon.
So
what belts does he collect then?
The Impact one. He'll hang on to the AEW one.
He's
Maybe
still
he'll
got
go to MLW, pick that one up.
He's still
So
got the
that's
AAA title.
3. That's 4.
probably. I'll go with.
Yeah, maybe he'll beat Nick Aldis for the NWA one.
Don't want to see that.
The one-winged angel part is absolutely not happening. There's
until
no way they give that away to another company.
I don't see him collecting.
Unless it happens in a match with Hangman Page in AEW.
AEW, yeah.
I can't see him collecting 5 belts from 5 companies.
You're not seeing him showing up on Raw and taking that 24/7 title and just laying it.
That's money, damn it.
He might form a fucking female tag team and fucking I don't know, take one of them belts, but he's not.
He can take that. He can go team with that 9-year-old girl that he wrestled in DDT, and they can go take the tag titles.
15-year-old now, something.
He'll get FTR from AEW. Go to Impact or wherever he is. Get EC3. Go to WWE. Get Bobby Roode, and there we go. We've got
the
money.
The glorious Omega top guys.
You motherfuckers. That's money, damn it.
I can't see him doing it. I can see him taking the Impact title. I don't even think he'll go Japan again because they left on really bad terms.
I mean, the door seems to be swinging open again, so
it's open, yeah, but I can't see
a creak.
Come in from another company and take the big belt. I can't see that happening. So he might come in and take the fucking Rev Pro or the
Rev Pro in a partnership with New Japan. So.
Yeah, maybe the Rev Pro or the US, but he's not taking the World Heavyweight.
Lads, this is a good moment to interject with one of Wrestling Travel contacted me earlier today, and they had a couple of predictions, and one of their predictions was that AEW and NJPW, New Japan, would definitely do some sort of cross promotion this year. So that's probably a good point to drop that in, because they do think that there will be some sort of cross promotion between them there.
Well, they've had Moxley and they've had Jericho both perform whilst in AEW in Japan, so it is a likelihood. And obviously the Young Bucks and Cody and Omega have all wrestled there previous.
Yeah, I think it'll happen. I think that's a good shout. I'm not sure about the 10 stars from Meltzer. What's the most stars he's given, guys?
7.
Yeah,
what match was that? Was that the Omega?
2 out of 3 falls.
2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, he went up to 7. He's not going to give 10, is he, guys?
It'd be fucking amazing.
I wasn't even in the Tokyo Dome either, so that would have been like 8 stars in the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, if you're looking at 10 stars, it'd have to go about 3 fucking hours.
Best of 3. You know? Oh, man.
Right.
So that's your 5 predictions, Ryan.
Yeah, I thought your best one, Ryan, was the AEW UK show. I thought that was your best shout today. That was a good call. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so before we carry on with our list, we're going to go to one of the fan lists we have, and this one's from David Anderson, who is a frequent list leaver, I guess. Yeah, he's gone with the Undisputed Era will turn heel again. Finn Balor will drop the NXT Championship around or shortly after Mania. The Wednesday Night Wars will become more even. Tony Storm will win the NXT Women's Championship, and this one is probably the most likely. Snoop Dogg will beat Kenny Omega for the title with the No Stars Dog Splash.
No Stars Dog Splash.
So yeah, some solid predictions there, especially the Snoop Dogg one.
I could see Finn Balor dropping the NXT title. I'd like to see him drop it to Pete Dunne. That'd be my pick if he was going to drop it to anyone. I'd like to see a match between them two this year.
I think I did ask him who he thought he was going to drop it to if you hang tight for a second.
Yeah, Pete Dunne.
Kyle O'Reilly.
there's been allusions to it on NXT, so I think down the line it's going to be Pete versus Balor.
He said he'd like to say Kyle O'Reilly, or maybe Karrion Kross.
I think
so. Either one of those, Tim.
I think it'd be Kross.
Oh yeah, Kross is still lined up for a rematch, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does anyone want to jump in?
I'll go next.
All right.
All right. So the first one is just an easy one. WrestleMania would feature some live fans.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
The AEW situation.
Yeah. So
people in pods.
Might be.
Do you think it'll be in the Performance Center again?
No, I think it'll be Raymond James Stadium, like it was supposed to be last year, but it's not full capacity.
Fuck.
I've found because I saw something online today. In theory, WWE could still have a whole stadium for the fans. In law, they can do that.
We saw it in New Japan, which obviously the situation in Japan is very different to the one in America. But there's over 20,000 people in the Tokyo Dome.
But they weren't allowed to speak, so
no, it was but it's just seeing fans is different. But I can see there being some fans at Mania.
They're allowed to clap.
Yeah, they're allowed to clap and stamp.
It's like an outdoor stadium, though. If it's not full, all the sound would just go up, and you just wouldn't hear anything.
They'll have it boosted anyway. If they, they'll have speakers in there, won't they?
Yeah. They could pipe some noises.
Yeah.
I'll give that a 3.5.
Yeah, 3.
I'll give it a 3.
Fans, I think 4. I think it's quite likely they will have fans there for Mania.
Okay, my next one. Roman Reigns be Universal Champion all year.
Ooh, do you reckon he'll beat? So you think he'll beat CM Punk's record?
Yeah.
Well, who's the record? Well, Pete Dunne now, isn't it? In the modern era.
Yeah, 500 odd days, isn't it? 600
like that.
7.
Yeah,
7.
I think he'll beat Daniel Bryan at Mania, and he'll just hold it until he faces The Rock at next year's Mania.
Ugh.
What do you think they're going to do with Adam Pearce at Royal Rumble? Let him wrestle, or
I think they're going to treat him as if he's never wrestled before, and it'll be a complete squash match.
That's just a tragedy, isn't it? It's like,
he sells a good super kick.
He did, didn't he?
Oh, he's a great wrestler. He's a brilliant wrestler.
He's 5-time NWA champ, isn't
he? Yeah, he is.
I think a lot of the fans don't realise, though, because there's been a lot of negativity about it, hasn't there? But I think there's the potential to put on a match, but then I think it's more likely going to be a storyline thing, isment it?
Yeah. Well, that's what Roman's matches have really been, is like their story matches over work rate, 20-minute, like King's Road matches. They're just more story-based.
So far, they've been masterpieces, I think. I think he's really elevated himself this last year, so I think it'd be interesting to see what happens there.
I'd like sort of think maybe that's when Kevin Owens will come back after he got kayfabe injured. It was coming super kick Reigns. Adam Pearce get a hope 2 count.
I think there's going to be a lot of interference in that match.
Yeah,
I think the ref gets knocked down. The Usos come out, and then
Kevin Owens.
One of the Usos, someone else will come out. Yeah, I can't see it being a straight match, but I can see in terms of him holding it for a year. I'll go 5.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that. I'd give that a 5 as well.
I'll give that a 3. I think he'll be champion this Mania, and I think he'll be champion next Mania, but I think he'll lose it somewhere in between.
Who, Tim?
Not even sure who's on the fucking roster at the moment, to be fair.
If he's likely to lose it to anyone, it'll be Owens.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Owens or Bryan.
Yeah.
Elias?
Maybe a newly faced.
He'll probably have it in
Nakamura.
Yeah, Nakamura's had a big push, hasn't he? First week back.
He'll probably have it in a triple threat where he doesn't get pinned to lose the belt. I can't see him holding it from now, because when did he actually win it?
Payback a week after SummerSlam.
So what month was that?
August. Yeah.
So you want him to go from August right the way through to next April?
Yeah, Don't see why not.
Do you think he'll stay heel the whole time?
Yeah.
I think he's
Yeah,
got
I
to,
think
really.
he's got to. Yeah, I think it's.
I think
he
he's got to, but I think do you not think Vince's overall long-term aim is to make Roman Reigns his biggest babyface?
Maybe like he turns face after the match of Rocky, that they just shake hands at the end of it.
I don't know, because you're saying that you want Vince might want him to be the long-term big baby face and all that, but he's probably sold more merch since he's been a heel than he has in the last couple of years he's been a face. So why would you then turn him back as a face? Some wrestlers sell merch on being a heel, and
Why is
that
our
feels.
Truth held the championship like fucking 300 times? Who knows?
Yeah, he's never probably sold a t-shirt.
Yeah, I think if you're going to build that match with The Rock, he's got to stay heel. But it's how you keep him over for that amount of time as this character that he's playing at the moment. And I think the only way to do that is to have him drop the belt and then come back worse than ever. And I think that they've got to. That's why I think I'm only going to give that a 3, because although it's a good idea to keep the belt on him, I think to build the character even more, he's got to lose the title as well and then win it back. So I think to make him even more of a heel, you've got to lose the belt. So. Yeah, I'm only going to give that a 3 for that reason.
Which Uso is it that's the non-injured one?
Jay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think to keep Roman Reigns as the mega heel, he murders the other one.
Murders him.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to murder people, unfortunately.
Just shoot murder, and then he's a heel.
Ooh, ah.
Yeah, exactly. He shouts ooh ah.
I
and
think
then the lights go down.
As
This
soon as
is
the
one of my
other
predictions.
Usos back, he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back by the Rumble.
Alright, these is where I start going a bit outlandish. So, next one. Kenny Omega will win the Impact World Championship and then win the G1 Climax.
No.
As me,
Could
as
be one,
Ian
but not
Sanks
the
for the
other.
resident New Japan experts here, I'm going to say 1.
Then
I'll
face
say
Kota
3.
Ibushi.
I'll say 3 because I think he's going to win the Impact title.
Yeah,
But I don't think he's going to win the. But I don't think he's going to win the G1.
If you're talking the two together, there's no way he's winning the G1. I don't even think he'll enter the G1, let alone win it.
Yeah, well, I'm getting outlandish.
I've only put 1 for that. I think he's got the chance of winning the Impact, but I don't think he'll be involved with the G1.
Yeah, you say 1.
All right. Next one. Keith Lee would join the Hurt Business and end 2020 WWE champion.
Again, I think half of that.
Join the Hurt Business.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That's not a bad shout.
Why is he
Does he still have to wear the stupid singlet?
That's Vince's call, not mine.
Oh. if I'll take anything if it means if he stops wearing the singlet.
I think that'd be great. I think that'd be a great storyline.
Yeah.
But I think there's enough people in the hair business that they need to push before. Like Bobby Lashley really needs a bit of a story to get his teeth into, doesn't he? Because he was so good at Impact.
He's still US champion.
Oh yeah, walking Armageddon.
He was great. They just haven't used him as well as they could there, unfortunately. And having dissension in the hair business this week on Raw as well I just didn't see the point in it really. We're obviously working towards something, but don't know what it was.
Do we think Ricochet is going to be a part of the Hurt Business as well?
No, he's going to be part of
Retribution.
No, I think probably going to join Retribution. Kill it from the inside.
They just need to do something with him where he's allowed to show what a great wrestler he is.
Yeah. I'd
like to see him do that.
It's just sad seeing Ricochet now, isn't it?
It's stupid. It's so talented, and it proves that Ospreay made the right decision never to go to WWE.
Yeah.
He's done exactly the shit with him. He'd been on 205 Live.
Fuck me.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Although his matches with Buddy Murphy would have been good.
We had this conversation the other week, didn't we, guys? Briefly, when I spoke to you, it was about Ricochet, but we said as well we can't see the paychecks for Ospreay and Ricochet next to each other, so you just you never know.
Yeah, it really depends what Ricochet wants.
I've put on my sheet Ricochet with 2 question marks by it, and also Retribution to do something as one of my just sort of slight predictions. It's not one of my top 5, but it is there. So
just to do something.
I just hope they just use the talent better. Like recently, SmackDown have started using like Daniel Bryan, Nakamura, Big E, all a lot better. And even like Apollo Crews did the interview with Paul Heyman this week that was absolutely marvelous. I just think if they started using some of the Raw talent in the way they're using the SmackDown talent, suddenly, it's rejuvenated again. You've got a great product. But, I'm not sure about Keith Lee joining the Hurt Business would be a good storyline, but we'll have to see if it happens. I don't see him winning the belt.
Such a novel concept, using your best wrestlers, isn't it?
Yeah, who would have thought that would work?
That's it. Use your talent you've got.
Stop pushing Otis.
He got that big push though, didn't he? In NXT, he held both belts, and then they took them both off him straight away. Well, he gave one away, and then he took the other one off him, and then they were like, "Quick, push him."
Started at the top, the top, and there's only one way down after that.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell. That was a bad move.
Yeah, he should have held that belt for a while in NXT before they done anything with him on the main roster.
Yeah. James?
Oh, my last one involves Money in the Bank.
If you say Otis, I'm kicking you out.
No, don't worry. So, as we know, Miz got awarded back the Money in the Bank a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, come on. I like this
Wanker.
Already. I like this already.
So, and the one thing WWE hasn't done with the Money in the Bank is let it hold out to the end of the year. So they hold it for the whole year when it expires.
Yes.
So I was thinking, Miz keeps trying to cash in and keeps fading, and so on, so on. That goes on to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, where the whole show he is scrambling around trying to cash it in. Then the main event for the WWE Championship, it'd be Drew. Drew will be still champion by then. Drew wins whoever against it is. I don't know. Let's just say Slapjack. I don't know. Then Miz comes out, cashes the Money in the Bank, and wins. Just before the pay-per-view ends, so he's done it on time. Until
wouldn't the Money in Bank ladder match have happened before that?
Hear me out.
Okay.
Not done yet. And Miz will only hold it for about 10 minutes because Drew claymores Miz, leaves, and the new Money in the Bank when it comes out, cashes it in, and beats Drew.
Yeah, you've lost me. I want the Miz to hold the title.
You can't have two Money in the Bank winners. He'd have to have cashed it in before the pay-per-view, surely.
Yeah, the year would have run out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it definitely would have had to have been cashed in before the next Money in the Bank fucking ladder match. Otherwise,
would it not be? Would it be a year on from when he won it, or when Otis won it?
No, it's from when Otis wins it. It's only a year contract. It doesn't matter if he's lost it.
If the Money in the Bank ladder match is the main event, then it could happen.
Or Miz defends the Money in the Bank in that ladder match.
You're not gonna have two Money in the Bank ladder match. It'd have to have been cashed in before the Money in the Bank match happened at that point.
So if the Money in the Bank ladder match was the main event, then it could happen.
Yeah, is it?
In terms of likelihood,
yeah,
I'd say about 2. In terms of 1, just to piss off Palmer, I'll say 5.
Yeah, and you still got to watch Heroes of Wrestling, by the way.
Oh shit! Yeah,
shut your mouth, all of you, apart from Mike.
What have I got to watch?
Can watch Heroes of Wrestling with us if he wants.
Just remember, Heroes of fucking Wrestling, you bunch of cunts.
Yeah, there's no way it's got to happen,
there, guys.
There's no way
it'll 0 happen. For that one. Sorry.
Yeah, 0.
I'll give that 1.
What about in terms of 1, Palmer?
But I do think they might do the story of Miz running out of time.
They might do, yeah, but they're not going to do it where, like, the way you've worded it as being, like, that there's already been crowned and next Money in the Bank, and then they're still accepting Miz as the Money in the Bank as well. It would not happen. They can't do it. Otherwise, you might as well just fuck off the Money in the Bank. Makes no sense.
Just to show you some support, by the way, Wrestling Travel have put as one of their predictions that Miz will win the Universal title this year at some point. That was one of their predictions.
Yes, please.
That's from Universal. So that's Wrestling Travel have said that, so they, they're on the, but maybe not the over elaborate holding of a briefcase.
So, imagine this monster heel Roman Reigns loses the Universal Championship to the fucking Miz.
I would love it.
That prestigious title, he doesn't deserve that fucking thing.
The Universal title is so prestigious, been held by Goldberg twice.
And Brock Lesnar were combined for like 2 years.
It's way too prestigious for him.
Also, can I also do a little elaboration on Ryan's prediction about the AEW beating Raw?
Mm.
So, I think if that happens, Raw will panic and we'll go back to 2 hours. Go, right, we need to salvage something from all this. But at the same time, SmackDown will go 3 hours.
Ooh.
I don't know.
No, I can't see that. I think if
SmackDown is their flagship show, though, is it not?
Yeah, it is now.
Isn't AEW going to 3 hours?
No, they're getting another show.
Well, before they do that in WWE, what they do is they call another draft and send all the top guys from SmackDown over to Raw, because that's what they do every fucking year. They're not going to lose.
Obviously works.
It might not work, but that's exactly what they do each and every fucking year.
Yeah, to be fair, it's not like WWE to change their plan. They just sort of go, it's going to work eventually.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to, like Roman Reigns to Raw before that happens.
Yeah. I said mine were a bit out there, so.
Okay, so we will go on again to a fans list, and this is Graham Fisher, who is a very, very frequent participator. He's also gone for Toni Storm, winning the NXT Women's title. Jay White doesn't appear in the Royal Rumble. MJF just becomes the biggest heel ever.
Which one he is, pretty much.
Tegan Knox wins her feud with the knees. And Alexander Hammerstone joins WWE or AEW.
Who?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What?
I like the Tegan Knox prediction now.
I hope that doesn't mean she retires, because that would be a shame. She's super talented. I like
He thinks she'll win the feud with her knees.
Well, I mean, winning could also mean retiring, I suppose.
Oh, that's true, I guess, yeah.
Well, I think he means come back from the injuries, doesn't he?
I
think that's what he means. But he's a good guy, Fisher. We have him. He comes in there, goes to TNT and Wrestle Island as well. So I think him and Dave Anderson both said that Toni Storm would win that NXT Women's Championship. So yeah, I think that could be pretty likely.
Yeah,
that could happen.
I'd say that was a 5.
It makes sense. Makes sense to have her win that before she goes to the main roster, because she's one of the best female wrestlers in the world. So, and then, well, hope not.
Before career suicide on the main roster.
They've got a lot better, haven't they? With the ladies of wrestling, like Sasha Banks and Bayley have both had good spells this last year. So
to be fair, the NXT women's call-ups, bar Asuka, haven't been too bad.
No, they haven't. They seem to do all right with the women.
Yeah.
I think Rhea Ripley's just had the call-up, hasn't she? She's going to be appearing on one of them soon, do you think?
Like it.
She had a wicked freaking last woman standing match with Raquel Gonzalez.
Really good.
That was a great match.
Yes,
I also want to say that I think the Jay White doesn't appear is also a 5.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't.
I've got a prediction from Stewie Palmer from Stu's Wrestling Podcast, and his only prediction that he messaged across was that Jay White, the Switchblade Jay White, will stay at New Japan Wrestling.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyone that thinks otherwise, I'm sorry to say, you're being worked.
Yeah. It's just a fuck.
Yeah.
Alexander Hammerstein, by the way, is from MLW.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to quickly do my partner's one prediction?
Go on.
Right. So she put Wardlow and Jake Hager win the AEW tag titles.
Yeah, I think that as well, but that's not one of mine.
SummerSlam will have a full attendance.
Ooh,
good shout.
Daniel Bryan will win the Universal Championship.
Yeah.
The Undertaker will wrestle in Saudi Arabia.
Probably.
I hope not.
And Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey will face each other at Mania.
No.
Good shout. Another good show.
See pretty
Becky's
much all
just
of
come
those.
back from.
Becky's gave birth. She's going to be training again. Wanda's been training lately, and her contract actually expires just after Mania.
She is absolutely rinsed WWE. Oh, I'm going to go off to start a family. Please keep paying me. Hasn't started a family. Still collecting a paycheck though.
I think she'll get one more match before her contract runs out.
I think that was the best set of 5 predictions we've had yet, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'd say probably at least nothing below a 4 there, to be honest.
Yeah. Agreed.
Wrestling Travel had said that they think Ronda Rousey's coming back as well. That was their last prediction that they'd made to me, guys. So, I think Ronda Rousey's a good shout to be back at some point.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. Especially the way the match ended. Especially the way the match ended at the Mania, where the shoulders weren't actually fucking pinned.
If only. That'll be the story, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the story would be...
As much as people like to hate on Ronda, she was actually really good.
Yeah, she was. She got Nia Jax good matches.
Exactly. Right. I didn't rate her too high.
Better than she was in UFC.
Yeah, I think she's, out of all the UFC going, I think she's been one of the better ones, to be honest.
She's also a better wrestler than she was fighter.
Ooh.
Just saying.
I don't know.
But we know what will happen, though.
You have to see more of her wrestling to make that assumption.
You know what will probably happen, though? It would be Charlotte Flair against Ronda Rousey. Because... Woo.
That's what they wanted originally, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because woo.
What a good argument.
You can't argue with it, to be honest. It's pretty sound logic.
It's pretty solid.
That's WWE logic. She's blonde, she says woo, she has flair, push her.
Yeah.
That was fucking boss. That you can imagine that being in the fucking boardroom in WWE.
Yeah.
Right, who are we booking against Ronda Rousey? Woo! Yeah, you got it.
That's a great idea. Promoted.
And Charlotte says woo, and Vince goes, "Oh, perfect. Main event. Damn it."
Good shit, pal.
Right.
Good shit.
I think I'll go next if no one's opposed to that.
Go for it.
There will be an AEW versus Impact pay-per-view, preferably called Civil War, if Marvel don't own the rights.
That's one of mine.
And the main event will be Kenny Omega versus whoever the Impact champion is at the time, and Kenny will win both the belts.
Yeah,
that's my first.
Yes. 5.
Yeah, go on, Ryan.
I'm saying.
Why would it be? Why is it Impact versus AEW? Surely isn't it like just Kenny and the Good Brothers versus AEW at the moment?
Yeah,
and the Bucks.
I'm saying do it now. I'm saying down the line it's going to progress.
They'll eventually do it.
I'm giving it a 4 because I don't think that'll be the main event.
What do you think will be the main event? Young
Blood
Bucks
and
versus Good Brothers.
Blood and Guts.
Oh shit!
Kenny, the Bucks, and Good Brothers versus Team AEW or whatever. Moxley, don't know.
Sting.
Yeah, sure. Darby.
Shivani.
Hangman.
Tony Schiavone. Jim Ross, and he comes out to My Ass. If anyone's not heard that song, you need to go onto YouTube and search Jim Ross My Ass.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
But AEW team might be Moxley, Hangman, Silver and Reynolds, because they'd be aligned with Hangman, I think.
Mm.
And probably
Cody's got to be in there.
Yeah,
and
Cody. There's no way Cody's not going to be in the Blood and Guts match.
Moxley, Hangman, Silver, Reynolds, Cody.
Dustin.
We need some main event draw.
I just want to point. Who was it that said that Dustin's a better wrestler than Cody? Was that someone in the wrestling group?
It was, unfortunately.
Who the fuck was that?
I apologise for the people in the wrestling group and some of the opinions.
Anyone else got any likelihood ratings for that one?
I think 4. I think there's a good chance. I'm not sure it's going to be a pay-per-view.
Yeah, it could be Dynamite, couldn't it?
It could be.
Could be a
special Dynamite.
4. I think it could happen.
My
they've already had some crossover, haven't they, on the Sorry, guys, they've already had some crossover, haven't they? On like a couple of shows, and the show's coming up this week. There's a bit of crossover, isn't there? So I'm not sure if they'll do a full-on pay-per-view. That's my only query with that one.
It makes if it happens, Impact are getting a sweet deal because people might actually talk about Impact again. Shout out, Carl.
People are always talking about Impact.
Impact was good last night. Ace Austin.
Yeah, Ace Austin. I'm going to go back and watch those matches because Ace Austin is a superstar.
He is, mate. It's class. Absolute class act.
Yo, you saying something positive about Impact there?
No.
Begrudgingly.
Ace Austin's great guy.
Their recruitment in this point was good.
Night. Well, he had 4 matches actually last night, but
he won the tournament.
Yeah, and he was on OVW as well at the same time, which was interesting.
Oh shit! Fuck.
Shit!
I'll have to
How
watch
good
that.
he is, guys! He can appear on 2 shows at once.
Snoop Dogg can do it.
Snoop Dogg style, yeah.
The new Rick Rude of wrestling.
Yeah.
Great talent, though. Great talent.
What's Snoop Dogg or Ace Austin?
No, Rick Rude.
Both. Snoop has a passion for wrestling, and he showed it this week.
Yeah, there's amazing splash.
It was a decent splash.
Have any of you guys ever done a splash before?
That's true.
That's
exactly.
I thought he was going to die, man. When he stood up on the top rope, he was wobbly as fuck. I thought he was going to die. I won't lie.
I've seen people do their first splash, and that's how it looks. Just think about what he's going to look like on his 10th splash, guys.
Yeah, there we go. It's going to be Rob Van Dam style. 3/4 of the way across the ring.
Definitely got the 420 down.
Yeah, he'll try and do a 450 and he'll fail and break his neck, but he'll just call it a 420. Okay, my next one is there will be one, if any, surprise returns in the Royal Rumble, and it will be the worst Rumble of all time because of the lack of fans.
Ooh. Just the one.
Just the one, if not zero.
I wouldn't say the worst Rumble. It's not going to be a very popular one. And
it won't be 2015.
There's been a few pay-per-views though this year where I've thought, this is not going to be great, and they've actually really pulled it out the bag. So I think they could really surprise us and actually do something really clever with the Rumble and it be actually good. So I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, also for the women's, they need surprise entrances. There's not enough women on the roster.
True. I mean, they have NXT.
Yeah.
As long as Mia Yim's not in it.
Reckoning. Yes, reckoning.
Fuck yeah, she's on the main roster now, isn't she?
Yeah.
That could be a big moment, guys. That could be what gets Retribution going again, winning the Rumble.
I think who just because we're talking about predictions, who do you think is going to win the Rumble, guys?
To the men or the women?
Both.
Brian and Bianca Belair.
Or Lana.
You know what? That is not a bad shout, though.
She's gonna get she's gonna get powerbombed through a table. Yeah, Nia Jax is gonna think she's won the Rumble. Then Lana comes in, throws her over the top rope. Fuck.
Exactly.
I think it'd be Brian and Ripley.
You just ruined the Rumble.
Lana's gonna win the Royal Rumble.
I think Big E might win the Rumble.
I think that's a good shout. As the Intercontinental Champion, or
you know what? That's
I could see him. It would make sense for him to drop that to Apollo Crews leading up to the Rumble, to be honest. But
no, I thought
that would be too much of a giveaway. I think.
I thought an idea for this. So Big E wins the Rumble.
Hogan.
The next pay-per-view, Reigns costs the Intercontinental title to Jey Uso.
Ooh. It's better booking than WWE.
Yeah, so I won't do it.
Someone new. I'd definitely like to see someone new win it. I don't know whether I'd like to see Big E win it. I've just never been a fan of his. But I'd love someone like a fucking Sami Zayn or someone to win it.
I'd love Apollo Crews to win it, to be honest.
Otis is going to win it.
Oh, fuck off.
Shut up.
That's how they're going to redeem it all. Sorry, Otis, we fucked you with the briefcase. Have a Royal Rumble win instead.
Do you know what the funny thing is? Tucker is the better wrestler from that team.
And he's not even on TV.
Otis is the character, though, isn't he?
Yeah. How about Miz cashes in and fails, and then enters the Rumble and wins it?
Oh,
That's
Miz cashes in on the Rumble and wins it.
No.
Number 31.
Yeah. In the match beforehand, fails in the cash in, comes out at number 30 and wins the Rumble.
Ooh.
Definitely heel tactics, that.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind it. Okay,
next one.
My number 3. Frankie Kazarian will turn heel on SCU after they lose a tag team title match. And he will then go on to win the TNT championship.
Me and Ryan spoke about this a little bit Wednesday, Thursday.
Because they've gone on record and said the next tag match they lose, they're splitting up as a tag team.
Yeah.
I think there's too many people who are going to be targeting that TNT title, Lou, for Kazarian to win it, you know.
Yeah.
What they going about is how he's like Jim Ross, like, oh wow, my favorite Frankie Kazarian is the most underrated wrestler on the roster. Fuck off.
I think
he's going to put
Orange Cassidy might win it.
I think if they're going to split him up, they're going to do something with him.
Turn heel, yeah. Win the TNT, don't know.
Will he not just if he's going to turn heel on Daniels? Will he just not enter into a feud with Daniels?
Yeah, but
and that just go on and on and on.
Well, like a forever feud.
Yeah.
Fuck forever feuds.
Fight forever.
Fuck forever. Fuck forever.
Oh. Hello.
Yeah, first part I'd probably say 4. Second part I'd probably say 2.
I'll take that. Anyone else?
Florida 2.
Yeah,
I think they're definitely going to split up SCU.
Yeah.
Who do we think will be the breakout star?
Scorpio Sky.
100%.
I hope so.
Yeah, it'd be nice for them to do something with Christopher Daniels, like Fallen Angel sort of story again. If he still wants to do it, I think they could go either way with who the heel was in that.
The fact that he's only won like one proper world championship in his career
is an embarrassment.
It is.
Will he not just retire?
Yeah, I think I was going to put that in my thing, but then I thought once we decided that we're going to have it based on likeliness, I thought I'll take that out. But I know he's got a very high up backstage role, so maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have a retirement match rather than him winning the TNT title.
I think he's going to retire himself.
Yeah, they could do it where they have Frankie turns heel.
Frankie goes to Bollywood.
He takes out Daniels, so Daniels has to retire and then becomes Scorpio Sky's manager.
Do they stop using the SCU theme?
Does it?
Probably, yeah.
It doesn't. It does very much matter.
Yeah, it's a good theme, unfortunately.
SCU. Fuck off. I hate that song, but that's just a personal thing. My next one is Kazuchika Okada will have another redemption year and win the G1 Climax.
Oh.
And then this is technically a 2022 prediction, but he'll also go on and win the IWGP title at Wrestle Kingdom and hold it for 5 years or something.
No one wants to see that.
No, but it's going to happen.
Likelihood's probably a 3, maybe a 4, but I don't want to fucking see it.
It'll be a Ospreay Okada final as well if they do that.
Yeah, and Ospreay will get shafted again.
I see that as a 4. I want it to be a 1.
3 for me.
I wrote it as a 4 initially when you said it, and then as we've spoke just in them couple of sentences, it's gone down to a 2. Because you mentioned Ospreay, and I'm just thinking where they're going with their storylines, and also it sort of dropped into the year after as well for me. So
my faith in their booking of Empire though went down considerably with the Wrestle Kingdom. The fact that all 3 members of their brand new Big Hill stable lost in their first high profile matches as a stable. So
are they now called Empire United? I heard someone mention that.
I hope not.
Someone mentioned that to me the other day. They said apparently on New Year's Dash there was something, and then on his Instagram he posted #United. So they now called it Empire United because that's even worse than just fucking Empire.
They need to have 11 of them and then play like. Oh, maybe they'll start playing like five-a-side football as Empire United.
United.
Right, next point.
And my big one, this is maybe the most outlandish one. Al Generico will be an AEW roster member by the end of the year.
What, being in...
As in Sami Zayn.
Right, so he's working 2 companies.
No, his contract is up this year.
Oh, right, I did not realise that.
Yeah,
it's up to fall this year, apparently. I did research, guys. Imagine.
Like to see.
So I think El Generico, or whatever they want to call him, will be in AEW by the end of the year as a full-time roster member.
Well, if his contract's out, that's not really shocking, is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he might just re-sign.
I think they're doing good storytelling with him, though. I think they're building to something still with him. I think it'd be... I don't think he could turn down the contract WWE offer him and the story that they've got in place.
Yeah, that's why I said
bigger things in store. There's bigger things in store for him, I think, at WWE still.
Yeah.
Well,
I can see him re-signing.
Jeff Hardy and Daniel Bryan's contracts are out this year as well.
And see Jeff Hardy going to AEW.
Yeah.
I hope not. I think Jeff Hardy needs to retire.
Yeah, same. He's taking too many risks now.
Yeah.
The Swanton
too many risks in the ring, or too many risks, like, you know.
Both. I mean, one leads to the other, really. Like, the risks he's taking in the ring are causing pain, so he's self-medicating. It's like a fucking never-ending circle of self-destruction. So
yeah,
he's got to quit.
Mm.
So what are we going with likelihood on this one? I'd say probably a 2.
If there's news of Sami Zayn re-signing, then 1.
Yeah, they probably won't find out probably till the summer.
If he doesn't, then 4.
Well, yeah, that's a bit of given, that, isn't it? If there's news of him re-signing, then it's not going to happen. I
realise when I fucking said it.
This is what I think. If he's going to re-sign, I'll give it a 0. But if he's going to leave, I'll give it a 5. That's what I think.
Hey, you read my mind.
Yeah. If I see him in an AEW shirt, then I'd probably say about a 4. Steak, man.
But then he'll go to AEW. And he'll form a tag team. He'll form a group with
EC3 and FTR, and they'll be called like fucking Generico Top Guys 1% or something.
Fucking, that's money. I'm telling you, man.
Thank God you're not booking WWE.
Well, Vince will love your predictions.
Bloody hell.
And before we go on to the next one, we'll go to another Facebook one with Mia Caseberry, I think is how you pronounce that. Her initial prediction was just that Nia Jax will injure someone 5 times and still won't get fired. But she then proceeded to give me... 5. Well, before we go that... Yeah, 5.
Just an unfortunate situation.
She was proceeded to give me 4 more, which is Rhea Ripley will debut on the main roster by the end of January. Damian Priest will also do the same and win a title shortly after. The Undisputed Era will split up in a feud.
Yeah.
And Sasha Banks will lose the title by Mania and turn heel again.
To be fair,
definitely Priest. I think Priest will probably end up in the Royal Rumble. And
I can't see Priest winning the title.
24/7. Boom.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
Please, no.
He'd probably form a fucking tag team with Dolph Ziggler like everyone else. They get called.
Dan Corbin, just be called the Corbins.
Yeah, his feud to be with Corbin. Fuck yeah. And both of them are debuting in the Royal Rumble.
He'll debut in the Rumble, eliminate Corbin. Corbin will come back in, eliminate him. And that's how the feud starts.
Sounds absolutely.
There we go. That's what we think of your predictions, Mia. They're all probably going to happen.
I thought they were pretty good, to be fair,
Yeah.
I think Sangster goes next, and then we can have the big guest as our main event.
Ooh.
The main event of
draw.
the evening.
Exactly, he can announce himself.
I've done it before.
So, Mike, main event?
No, you're the piss break match.
Yeah, mate. You're
the
the
women's
break.
match
Just get
before
on with
the
it,
main
Ryan.
I'm a big
You're
show.
You're the Summer Rae match.
Show.
Fucking hell. Right. Oh, shit.
I'll start with me first one because it's already been said. Is AEW and Impact hold a joint
It's
pay-per-view?
always a good idea to start with the first one.
Yeah, well, at least I didn't say Sami Zayn in an AEW t-shirt and I'm going to book him as a 5. Fuck's sake. So next one, I've actually gone the other way and I've put Will Ospreay wins the G1, probably by beating Okada in the final. Now, I don't necessarily mean that he's going to then win the title at Kingdom, but I do think that to be able to push him as a big heel, which looks like what they are eventually going to do, that he could actually win this year's G1.
As we,
I think that's a good shout.
I can't really say anything other than 1, considering my prediction, can I?
You have to say 0, really.
I think that's a 5.
I'll give it a 4.
No, I think I got to give it 0, just out of morals.
I'm going to say 3. I think there's a good chance it could. There's a chance it could happen, definitely.
Yeah, 3 from me.
Brilliant.
Like Strictly, innit?
We should have done this as a video and had the cards.
Oh, we should have done video and how? Yeah, fuck. He wants to re-record this with video and get some paddles.
Can't we just add the video in?
Paddles, you've got the
That's
wrong
James.
idea, mate.
That's James. What am I doing?
He's adding a picture every time we give a number with the Strictly Come Dancing panels on there.
You're currently on a podcast, James. Are you okay? He just goes, what am I doing?
Where am I?
Sometimes I lose track of what I have to edit or not.
Quick, Ryan, hurry up before he forgets what he's doing.
Right, so my next one, Jay White becomes the IWGP Heavyweight Champion.
What does he win the IC belt as well?
No, because I think they combine the belts, Ardy. That's what Ibushi wants to do.
Ugh.
Ibushi's asked to combine the belts, so I'd assume that's what they're going to do with that when the US belt then ends up back on the main roster again with Kenta. So I think it'll just be the one belt, and I think Jay White will win it. Probably Dominion against Ibushi.
Can't see that not happening. Let me see.
I had to mute myself to sneeze. What was the rest of it?
What?
I was sneezing, I couldn't hear.
I said he'll probably win it. This isn't part of my prediction, but I'm just saying it'll probably happen at Dominion against Ibushi.
Oh, okay.
You know, you do the whole big thing of that he's going to leave the company, blah blah blah, and then he ends up.
Is Red Shoes the ref?
No.
Don't bring up Red Shoes.
Don't bring up Red Shoes. That's a really sore subject for me.
I don't add another disclaimer to begin this podcast.
No shooting of referees. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Also, but Kenta put up a tweet, I think it was a couple of days ago, with him at airport saying, "See you soon."
Because he's going new and strong. I'm sorry to say, guys.
Appears on AEW.
He also works for New Japan, also running America, and Kenta spends most of his time there.
And Corey Graves replied, "Are you flying back to bring my phone charger to me?" yes, Corey. That's the reason.
So, what do we think the likelihood Jay White being IWGP Heavyweight Champion in 2021?
I think 3, and then he'll lose it instantly again.
Yeah.
Shame is the first time then.
Yeah.
Cool. Next one, I have EC3 will be for AEW at some point this year.
All right.
Serious, is it? It's a natural prediction about EC3.
Yeah. Well, he's appeared on Impact. He's appeared on Ring of Honor. He's got a thing where he's just turning up companies. So I can see maybe him doing like a Matt Cardona and spending 2-3 months in AEW.
What makes faction with FTR?
This is it. It's finally gonna fucking happen.
Yeah. I think somebody should explain to Mike the actual inside joke that's going on here. He's just been sitting in here listening to us laugh about EC3 and probably not had a fucking clue what we're talking about.
Well, that's it. I know
I think you should explain your initial booking idea, Ryan.
WWE.
Fucking hell, you want me to?
Yeah, I think you should explain your actual booking idea.
Well, the booking idea was
the most outlandish.
Yeah, it was Robert Roode who came in originally and said in NXT he wanted to clear out the fans that were like short wearing, scruffy, fat people and replace them all with suit wearing, smart people and stuff like that. So I took that and thought, okay, well maybe he could bring in EC3 as his tag team partner, and then form a group with FTR or the Revival as they were called then.
Don't forget the name.
And have Dana Brooke as their manager. So it was like a rehash of I keep forgetting the York Foundation from WCW, but it was going to be called the Glorious 1%.
Top guys.
So, you added the top guys, but it was just the Glorious 1%, and then they were going to debut on the main roster as such. So. But these guys,
I think a rehash of the York Foundation's a great idea because, like, who was in that? Was it Terry Taylor, Mike Rotunda?
Yep.
And
Medusa? No, it was Terry Reynolds.
No, I think it was Terry Reynolds. Yeah.
Yeah, Terry Reynolds.
Yeah, I think something like that would work pretty well. I think going back to the initial point, I think EC3 was definitely underutilized at WWE, and I think he could certainly appear on AEW. He deserves to appear there, really, but it's what he's contracted to elsewhere, isn't it?
He's not, as far as what I'm aware, he's not actually signed any contracts longer than 2 months at any one company because he wants to take his whole gimmick that he's doing at the moment and taking it as far as he can.
I'd like to see him travel a bit. To be fair, I think he's somebody who needs to. It'd be good to see him appear in the UK and stuff as well. And I think it'd be. I think he could appear in AEW definitely.
Well, somebody didn't take the piss out of that fucking idea. So fuck you. Fuck you.
Mike's the only one that's actually involved in the wrestling business, so.
Yeah, maybe he knows. Maybe he knows it's going to happen.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
he's going to have to leave now because we figured him out.
No spoilers from me, guys. I haven't given you mine yet.
Yeah.
I've still got one more.
Sanks has got one left.
You're going to make him wait.
I've got Cody Rhodes becomes AEW champion.
Even though he's not allowed.
Oh, yes, but he effectively, you could go down the storyline of, MJF thrown in the towel, and that's what cost him the match. You could also go down the whole thing of Kenny Omega is basically spending more time with the belt on Impact. So, Cody then gets it changed by Tony Khan to get the AEW championship solely back on AEW. And that could well be the main event of the crossover pay-per-view that was discussed earlier. I just think that I don't think Cody Rhodes will never be AEW champion, and I think this is the best time to pull the trigger on it with Omega keep fucking off to Impact with the belt. It's the best time for him to come up as like Mr. AEW, Mr. Babyface. I'm going to bring the belt back home where it needs to be. It can't be on Impact anymore. Boom. There's your storyline.
I think he maybe beats MJF for the right to be able to challenge for the title again.
He could do that. He could get whipped in the ring again for all we fucking know.
Maybe he likes it.
I think if Cody's gonna get back into that AEW championship spot, I reckon he's going to do it as a heel, to be fair, and turn his back on the fans and everything and become like an ultimate heel for him to go for that title. Because I think at the moment he's like the baby face, isn't he, at the moment? So
yeah, but would you not see him, like I said, the way the way they'd have him as being basically like Mr. AEW, and Kenny Omega, you're taking the belt to Impact. It shouldn't be there this way. I'm going to put it back here.
To be fair, I can see them going either way with it. To be honest,
surely the guy could also see him.
I could also see him going like turning heel, maybe creating a new 4 Horsemen, just saying, "Well, fuck all of you. I'm an executive vice president. I'll do what I want. I'm challenging for the title."
Likelihood of him being champion this year?
5. Wait, not
4 for me.
3 maybe actually. Probably got a bit.
I'll go 2 because I think Hangman will be the one to beat Kelly.
Yeah, I'm going to say 0. I don't think it's going to be this year.
Right.
Is that all of them, Ryan?
No.
That's all mine.
Yeah, all of yours, thankster.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got
nice
one more Facebook one before we get to the main event draw. Well, actually, we'll go 2 more Facebook ones because we've got 2 more left. From Christopher Mark Moore Jones, which is a long name. Jey Uso to be the Iron Man in the Rumble.
That's not a bad shout.
And he says his money is on Big E to win it.
Yeah, good shout.
Well, we can go to Jay saying, "You're entering number 1 and prove why people should be afraid of us."
Yeah,
that's a good shout.
And then maybe Roman eliminates.
Yeah.
What? Or Jimmy?
Good shouts from CMMJ.
Rikishi just comes in and kicks his head over the rope. And then Stone Cold comes out. And then fucking...
And then EC3, Robert Roode, and the Revival come out. And this last one from Chris Lappin, which is probably not the right way to pronounce it. This is one for you, Palmer. If he's not in jail, Trump will have a short spell as Raw GM.
Oh.
We're going to move on quickly.
You know what? I can see that.
I could see it happening.
He'll be in jail.
What's the likelihood of Trump being in jail? 0.
100%.
And moving on swiftly to the main event of the evening.
Can we have a little squash match before the main event? So it's not wrestling related, but Man United win the Premier League this year.
What the fuck's that got to do with anything?
Don't make me sick.
What's the biggest prediction for 2021?
Yeah, 21.
Invite me on as a guest and then insult me.
Fuck you, James. You've just.
What about? Hey lads, before I give you mine, I was just going to say Justin Clapper from Wrestling Travel in the USA has predicted that the North from Impact Wrestling would beat Kings of the North from TNT Extreme Wrestling. Yeah, I'm just going to say one thing. I don't think the North are going to be staying together that long at Impact because I think they're going to be splitting them up. And I think I can see big things for. No, I think Ethan Page's is up. Yeah, so I think
that's
he's
the one I
going to
meant.
go
I just couldn't
elsewhere.
remember their names because they're irrelevant to me.
I think
He's doing the
Alexander will do
karate
big
man
things. Yeah, I think they'll do both be good elsewhere, but I don't think they're going to ever be Kings of the North.
Nah,
that was just.
I don't even know Kings of the North, but I can already say they're better.
Yeah, you definitely need to check them out if you've not seen them.
Fucking arsehole.
Bonesaw and Damien Corving, absolutely great tag team. I'll send you a couple of links over to check out, or check it out on Powered 4 TV as well. There's
so fucking over
absolutely
with
great wrestlers.
TNT crowd. So over.
Yeah, massively over. Great tag team as well. But anyway, guys, let me give you my 5 predictions.
Here we go, boys.
Main event
I did 5 for the UK and I did 5 for worldwide, but we'll go for the worldwide ones first. So
that's where we all say 0 on all of them.
That I thought grizzled young veterans would win the Dusty Classic. What do people think about that?
Yeah,
I'll go.
Yep.
3.5.
4.
I could definitely see it happening.
I'll go 3 because my prediction is actually Killian Dane and Drake Maverick.
Ooh.
Okay. Interesting.
Are they going up against Everrise in the first round? Or is it someone else?
Whoever's going against Everrise in the first round is winning.
I think they are.
Shit.
I'd say 4.
Yeah, I'd say 4 in that instance.
I'll go 3.5 just to be different.
All right. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see that. What about, guys, Street Profits to regain the tag team championships at some point this year?
Yeah, they don't know what to do with tag team.
Or the Street Profits to break up, because that seems to be WWE's favourite thing now.
Yeah, I reckon they'll split them up, and then one of them will be Kurt Angle's son.
That only happens to the best of tag teams.
Dawkins is fucked if they do split up.
Absolutely. Dawkins has been... The fact that Dawkins is still in the company and he's been there for like fucking 7 years or something, and he's only just found something that's over, and that's because Montez Ford is his tag team partner.
Oh, he was great on the drums though with his promo last week. That was great banter.
Highlight of his career.
Without Montez Ford, he's fucked. But I can see them winning the tag titles. I'll go 4.
I'll go 3.
4.
Is that everyone? Yeah,
Yeah.
Could happen. What about my third prediction? Sting will wrestle on AEW.
5.
Yeah,
Will happen.
5.
Unfortunately, 5. I don't want to see him wrestle.
Yeah, same.
He can't come out and stare at people all the time. So.
I think it's going to be Sting and Darby Allin versus Arn Anderson and Cody. As I said, I think I mentioned that in the interview we did with you, Mike. I think.
Yeah, I think we did speak about that briefly, but I do think he's a legend, and I don't think he was given the right last couple of years at WWE. And I think if he can wrestle, I think he will. So I think he will wrestle this year. That was my prediction. What about prediction?
Reluctantly 5.
Number 4. Oh, go on. Give it. What do you think, guys? 5.
5 all round, I think.
Reluctantly 5 as well. Yeah.
What about a feud this year between Drew McIntyre and Sheamus?
Oh,
that's
5.
That's going to be the Mania title match, I think.
From what I've seen, I haven't watched Raw in years, but from what I've seen just on Facebook, scattered around places, it looks like that's where they're going.
I think that'll be the Mania title match.
I could see them going with that along the line at some point, definitely. And my last one worldwide, Orange Cassidy becoming the TNT champion on AEW.
5.
Yeah, 5.
5. He's so fucking old. I'm not going to not do it.
I'm going to go 1.
What?
I really don't think they'll give him a title. He doesn't need it. Orange Cassidy is not the type of person. I don't think his character. I think I'm just going to bury WWE here. I think in WWE, they'd make him want to go after. It's like The Fiend, isn't it? The Fiend, there's no reason for The Fiend to want a championship. Orange Cassidy doesn't give a fuck about anything. That's his gimmick.
Yeah.
I can't see him wanting a title.
Yeah,
I think, though, to get to that next level, he's got to change his mindset, hasn't he? I think he needs to want to win a title. That's what he's going to be his proving ground, you know.
He's been in TNT championship matches, so why not? And he could always come to the ring, like when Naito was flinging the Intercontinental belt around, kicking it down the stairs and that. He could just be like that. He'd just be like, oh yeah, I've got it, but I don't really fucking care.
I don't care, yeah. Just dragging it.
Yeah, just dragging it across the floor, and I
don't know.
I definitely think they'll put the belt on him. He's so fucking over.
Yeah, lads, I had a couple of other predictions, like from the UK, that I just thought get your opinions on. But before we do that, I was just going to ask, what do you think? There's a couple of people we haven't mentioned. What do you think will happen with Aleister Black in the next year?
Future endeavour.
Is his contract up?
No, I don't think so.
NXT UK.
That's not
Future endeavoured. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be off where Zelina is.
And what about Elias? What do you think Elias is going to do this year?
Exactly the same as did the last 4 years.
Yeah.
He'll sing some songs. Play the guitar.
He'll hold a mid-card title at some stage.
Sing some songs. Has a trumpet support by the side.
I think he's a decent wrestler. I've seen him getting better and better.
He's actually had some good matches.
It just seems to be a bit sporadic. It's like they decide to do something with him one week and then forget the next. But do you think he'll actually get a good storyline this year and do something?
No.
I think it's a lot like Apollo Crews in that way. They have with Apollo Crews, they have 3 monthly tiny little pushes with Apollo Crews, and they just forget about him for a while.
Yeah, I think if he's gonna get any storyline or anything, he needs to drop down to NXT. He could easily make a good
go up to NXT at this point.
Go up to NXT, go across to NXT, whichever way you want to put it. I think if they're going to do anything properly with him, it'll only be in NXT. Other than that, he's just going to run around with his guitar, doing some fucking songs, hitting people over the head. Same old shit he's done for 4 years.
Not watch the program after obvious that Jeff Hardy did not run him over.
Is that still going on?
No, it finished, but that was the reason why it was happening.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's been said, he's the person who runs Lifesaver is ginger and has a beard.
And he still thought it was Elias.
He still thought it was
it
Jeff
Otis?
Hardy.
Was it Eric Rowan?
Sheamus.
I mean, probably.
It was Sheamus to feud Jeff Hardy.
Oh shit! Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Oh,
because did they think it was Buddy Murphy at first or something?
That was the Eric Rowan one, I think.
That was probably the initial storyline they were thinking of, and then they went off it.
Yeah, probably. They
things,
probably
guys.
just looked and went, "We need someone ginger with a beard. It could be you." Then Vince went, "Actually, no, let's choose this guy." And they just changed their mind probably about fucking 5 times. So they settled on Sheamus.
Lads, a couple from the UK for you. I think Claw Wrestling Academy is going to become the biggest training school in the UK. They've got Dean O'Mark, Sheikh El Sham, and Lizzie Evo as trainers there. I think that's going to be a big thing in wrestling in the next year. So based in Liverpool, I think that'll be one of the biggest training schools in the UK, and I think that's going to be a good place for anyone who's in the north of England to come and train. So I think that's one of my predictions for UK based. Also, I think Dan Evans is going to lose his Wrestle Island championship at Wrestle Island. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the storylines they've had there, but I think Dan's held the belt now for over a year, and he hasn't had much of a chance to defend it, to be fair to him. But I think at some point in the next year he will lose that championship. Any opinions on that, guys?
Who do you think he's going to lose
question.
it to?
Well, potentially Warren Banks.
Yes, Warren Banks. Yeah, 100%.
But then my other thinking was that he could lose it to his own tag team partner, Scott Oberman.
Oh, well, that's a shout. I haven't thought of that one. But Warren Banks, for me, I think he'll definitely be the Wrestle Island champion at some point in 2021.
There we have it. There's a good prediction. And I definitely think as well there will be a new TNT Extreme World Champion in 2021.
Who's the current?
It's vacant.
Oh, yes.
I definitely think there will be. I do think there will be a new TNT Extreme World Champion.
I think that's got to be like a 5, hasn't it? Because as soon as they did the show, they're going to start booking. Because it was vacated through David Starr, was it?
That's right. Yeah. So it's been vacated, and I think my prediction. Let's have a think who could win it. I think Mark Haskins has got a good chance of winning it.
Haskins definitely.
I think Mike Angus will win it
with Ring of Honor though, so he's just signed a new contract with Ring of Honor. So I don't know what his contract entails exactly. So it'll be interesting to see. But I'm not entering into any sort of tournaments or anything this year. We'll have to see. I'll get back in the gym, but we'll see. That'd be a bold prediction. If I get in the shape by the end of the year to have a wrestling match, I'd be surprised.
You've heard it here first, folks. Mike Angus will be the next TNT Extreme Champion.
I'll tell you where you can. We'll be able to hear my predictions this year, guys. There's going to be Hot Dogs and Handshakes is going to be launching in the UK and worldwide as well. And I will be doing my Mystic Mad Dog horoscopes on that. So that'll be interesting to hear how my predictions come along. So hopefully I will have got a few of mine right today, and we'll see how we get on. But my last prediction is big things for the Hard Cam Wrestling podcast this year, guys. I want to see you guys getting out there. I want to see more hits, more shares, more likes for you guys. Get the social media smashing it, and I want to see you guys all over the show in the next year with all your interviews and everything. So keep up the great work. It's been an honor to be on today. and to chat with you guys as always. So I'd just like to say thank you very much, and I'll let you round out the show with your predictions for the year, your top 5 or whatever you want to do.
I think we're basically done with this.
We are certainly.
Yeah, so if you want to plug your socials or anything.
I'll definitely. I'll just tell you my other prediction. I'm aiming to get over 1,000 likes on Facebook in the next year, and 1,000 followers on Twitter. So that's my final prediction, that I'm aiming to get those. So I'm on Twitter at Angus Maddog and on Facebook at Mike Maddog Angus. So make sure to give me a follow and keep an eye on all the stuff that I'm working on this year. So hopefully as well, 2021 is going to be a better year for professional wrestling, because last year we had a bit of a quiet one, obviously. So hopefully get these vaccinations out there, everyone stay safe, and we'll have some wrestling back live in the UK later on in the year.
Absolutely. Palmer, I know I stole your line, so you can do it this time.
No. Plug your socials, lads.
Okay, just follow. I don't want to plug mine, so go follow Hardcam Wrestling on Facebook. James, what's the Twitter?
At Hardcam Podcast, I think.
Thanks. Do anything?
Yeah, follow the wrestling group on Facebook. I'm always on there. I'm always active.
Follow me at Yardy316. You can follow the podcast. Listen to the podcast on Podbeam, Amazon, Apple, Google, Spotify.
Got the
countdown for the Rumble.
And YouTube as well. And
ring the notification bells.
Ring the notification bell on YouTube and subscribe.
All the good stuff.
Absolutely. And with that, we shall see you soon, and we thank you for listening to the Hardcam Wrestling Podcast.
Hardcam Rod Pipe.
Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper.
Thank you for listening to Hardcam Rod Pipe, everyone. We'll see you soon.
We're out of time.
We're out of time. We're going to go.
That's it.